Affairs Secretary, the Conservative MP George Eustice, who's in Westminster. George Eustice, welcome to you. Pay a tribute to...
Good afternoon.
Hi. Pay a tribute, if you would, to Boris Johnson.
Well, I think he should be judged by history, not by the length of his tenure, which is, as it turns out, going to be rather short, but by what he achieved in that time. And I think, in particular, what he'll be remembered most for is delivering Brexit. We had 4 years of trauma in this country as we tried to wrestle to deliver that referendum result. He came in, won the election, got the majority to get Brexit done, and I think that's how he'll be remembered.
Scientific, but I have to say, I probably read a score of emails today, and 80% of them have included the word Brexit. There are many, certainly of our correspondents, who feel a debt of enduring loyalty. Quite often, they're not people who are particularly politically engaged, broadly apathetic, indifferent to the political processes that we obsess about, but they feel a massive debt of loyalty to Boris Johnson for delivering Brexit.
Well, I think that's right, because, it's easy to forget now, but we went through, as a country, 4 years of trauma as Parliament tried to frustrate the will of the people, and with a hung Parliament that couldn't get anything done, and it led to the downfall, first of David Cameron, obviously, with that referendum result, and then Theresa May after that. And so I think to get it delivered is, it's an important legacy, and I think that's what he will be remembered for.
Farmers who you represent at DEFRA, amongst other interests represented by that department, amongst many farmers, including farmers who were absolutely firm and staunch supporters of Brexit. There's been disappointment, you must acknowledge that, George Eustice, disappointment in some quarters that the government's been keen, for instance, to sign trade deals with far-flung trading partners who may in time undercut British produce. There hasn't been the support for British agriculture, which many people were hoping for, and the importance of which they feel was underlined by lockdown and the fragility of supply chains. Boris let down British farmers.
Well, look, there is some anxiety in particular about the Australia trade deal from farmers. There's no getting away from that. But it's also the case that we secured some staging in the liberalisation, 10 years of protection, and then a special agricultural safeguard after that. And it's also important to recognise that since that referendum result in 2016, we've generally seen quite a good recovery in farm incomes. Farm gate prices have recovered, farm incomes have gone up. We've actually guaranteed in cash terms the spending on agriculture policy during this Parliament. These are all positive steps forward, and we've also been able to switch off rafts of EU regulation. So yes, of course, people will always find a reason to say they want more done, or that they're not entirely happy about everything. But it's also important to recognise just how many benefits there have been from leaving the European Union for our agricultural communities. We've been able to shut down a lot of regulation, and we've seen a recovery in farm incomes.
You have been one of the enduring figures in British government life. Will you be considering standing?
Look, I haven't considered any of this properly yet. It's probably unlikely. My general view is that those who covet the top job tend to spend years cultivating relationships and contacts with others in the party. I, for the last few years, have been very focused on my own department, the Environment Department, delivering policy there. But look, like everybody else, I haven't had yet time to think about that. We've had a tumultuous sort of 48 hours, really, a lot to deal with, and I haven't turned my attention to those sorts of considerations.